It seems that with the departure of James Harden, Tyrese Maxey has taken that next jump forward in his game. Now, being the lead guard for the Philadelphia 76ers, his early season play is looking incredible and maybe even sustainable. Sitting at number 10 in points per game and 11 in assists per game in the entire league, do you think Tyrese Maxey will be consistent throughout the entire season or not?
Yeah, I really don't care too much about the point per game average, but I think he definitely will be consistent if that's the question here. Obviously can control the tempo of the game very well, and their entire offense and really their entire team looks a lot different with Maxey controlling the show rather than James Harden. And with the departure of James Harden, it really gave Maxey an opportunity to shine. You mentioned how he's top 10 in points per game and really upped his assists per game average too. Both of them are career highs, by the way, and rebounds per game, while maintaining a very good shooting efficiency at about 49% from the field and 43% from 3 at the time of this video. But back to how he's changed their team and really their offense, they're now 11th in pace rather than 27th last season with Harden controlling their tempo. And I know Harden likes to call himself the system, but I really prefer the way they look with Maxey running it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's benefiting their entire team. It looks like a much better fit for their entire team. I mean, Joel Embiid, the Harden-Embiid pick and pop duo was really good, but I really like the more up-tempo style, and a lot of guys are benefiting. Kelly Oubre, before he got hurt here, was definitely benefiting from that, and pretty much everyone on their entire team. But specifically in regard to Maxey, obviously that benefits him a lot more too. The guy's an absolute speed demon out there. I mean, he can just take off like nothing, and it's no surprise that he's currently averaging over nearly 7 points per game in transition alone, currently ranking him top 10 in the entire NBA, and only 2 point guards in the NBA are in the top 10, so it's not surprising that Tyrese Maxey is one of them. And he currently has Philadelphia as the 4th ranked offense in the entire league at the time of this video, along with being the 11th ranked defense yet, and there's only 2 other teams who are both top 11 in offense and defense, with that being Denver and Boston at the moment. So definitely a good two-way team, and with Maxey controlling the show, I think a few people are definitely surprised about their ability to remain that high in offensive efficiency. I mean, James Harden obviously is a all-time regular season offensive player, and it's hard to go from a guy like that to a 23-year-old like Tyrese Maxey. That's a big change, but he's handling it very well. And if they can maintain this, I mean, yeah, I think Tyrese Maxey will remain consistent along with their team.
Before we continue, I just wanted to take a few seconds to talk about and invite you to join our NBA Discord server. Our JSM NBA server is full of hundreds of people who love everything NBA. Do you like instant news updates around the league, NBA memes, talking stats, or even live chatting with others during games? The JSM NBA server has got you covered, plus so many more things to do and see. Come check out the JSM NBA server for free. We'd love to see you in there. The link will be in the description below. Now let's get back to the video.
No, I agree. And one thing to me, if you look at last year, Maxey was kind of a one-speed player, and that speed obviously being exceptionally fast. He utilized the gravity that Embiid and Harden pulled to get a lot of off-ball plays, backdoor burns, and just cuts to the hoop for layups. And again, he's extremely fast, and he exploited that strength really well. With that being said, a major improvement to me that I see to his game this year that kind of allowed him to take that next step forward is his ability to kind of pace himself with the ball. You can see it often now where, Embiid will come up, set a pick, or flash out, creating an ISO down the lane where Maxey could maybe just easily blow by the defender and pull some help defense and dump it off, which last year he would do all the time. Where now he can kind of take a few slow dribbles, he reads the defense, kind of makes the best decision for if you should either use that pick, blow past, get the defender off balance, and it just makes him much more difficult to defend. You can't really read him when he's constantly switching up his pace and his speed. And, he always does this to create opportunities for other players now, and just his speed attracts other defenders to help on him. And to me, Tyrese Maxey changing his speed, timing, and even footwork has allowed himself to take that huge leap.
Yeah, I really like how you point that out. A big problem oftentimes for really fast players like Tyrese Maxey is learning how to play at both that speed and a slower one. So given the fact that he's been able to do that, it's a big compliment to his game, a big compliment to how hard he's been working, and it's definitely helped Joel Embiid as well. Given that Tyrese Maxey can not only play fast and give their team more transition opportunities, but also slow down more now without being turnover prone at that, only averaging 1.5 turnovers per game at this current moment, it's allowing them to both be lethal in the full court in transition and in the half court as well. You mentioned how he can stop and, really coordinate their offense and really read the floor. And that's translating well to the pick and roll game with Joel Embiid, which a lot of people thought would suffer with the departure of James Harden. But it's really not at this point. I mean, Joel Embiid's still putting up crazy numbers. They're both still lethal in the pick and roll game, pick and pop game. And so there's really no worry at all about that, in my opinion. And I talked about the turnovers. He's currently at a near 5 assists to turnover ratio, top 20 in the entire league. And again, that says his first year as the real coordinator of their offense, the primary ball handler and playmaker of their team. And the only other point guards ahead of him are CP3, the point guard, Mike Conley, one of the all-time assist to turnover ratio guys in NBA history, Tyrese Halliburton, who I think had like 45 assists to 0 turnovers in the past 2 games at the time of this video, and then Tyus Jones, who I'm pretty sure is the all-time leader in assist to turnover ratio in NBA history. So pretty good company to be in, and he would definitely be higher than top 20 if you would remove some of the guys that really don't qualify. But regardless, his first year, even through only 11, 12 games here as primary playmaker and primary coordinator of their offense, he's looked great. And it's not affecting him from a turnover perspective or their offense in general. I think that's the main compliment to him. Not really about the point per game average. We knew that could go up with more opportunities, but his ability to coordinate their offense without it suffering.
And definitely just confidence. He just looks so confident out there.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, I think it's just sustainable for him, especially playing with someone like Joel Embiid. I could maybe see the scoring drop off. You kind of said before that you didn't really care about that too much. And I agree with that 100%. I could see it maybe dip a tiny bit, but other than that, I think he's a really hard player to defend. And the 76ers have a good amount of other scoring threats on the roster for if he could ever not get it rolling. So in conclusion, his production has been great for the 76ers, making those fans think James who?
No kidding. I agree. And, kind of a different topic here with all the trade assets they have. If they want to get even, I don't know if I'd say better, but have raised their ceiling a little bit with a maybe high role player or maybe a star player, they could eventually look to that. But regardless of that, even how good Maxey is playing right now, it's definitely made Joel Embiid higher about their current team, the fan base higher about their current team. And, the only team you could really put them below at the moment would probably be Boston. They've had a tough time beating them, and, that would be their only real threat at the moment. I mean, maybe not threat, but like the team that you would certainly put above them. But regardless, I think Philadelphia is shocking a lot of people right now, with that being especially true for Tyrese Maxey. They're a top 3 seed, and I really do think they can maintain this going forward.